Hey there, Chad here. Welcome to the Let's Make Stuff channel, where on this channel we like to make stuff, but lately it's been a vlog series, pretty much focusing on the recovering of this old property. It was definitely an abandoned property. I was left with a couple buildings. This one in particular was built, I think, in 1944 or 1943, so it's a war shack. It's kind of cool. But this is going to stay up for the time being because it provides good storage for lumber and such. And there's a bathroom in there. I just had the septic tested, which was put in 1992, and it is still good. It was certified just now, so got to pay for that. That was $850. I think I'm going to start. I think I'm going to be talking about money in this video again. I really wanted to come on here and ask if y'all thought Patreon was a good idea. I watched a lot of YouTube, a lot. Primarily, that's my only source of TV entertainment. But I see a lot of these channels which have Patreons that are subscribing to them. If you don't know, Patreon is a subscription service kind of on the back end of what's offered for free on YouTube. So for those that are bigger fans than just the standard consumer of videos, they're going to go to a site called patreon.com and pay a subscription for like $5 a month, and they get extra content. So that's something that I'm exploring right now. So why? Because I need to start generating a little extra income to help pay the bills out here. Like I just mentioned, I got an $850 septic service bill, and I'm going to have to pay them again for another service to help with the sewage design for the building that I'm going to be putting up, which is going to be somewhere over here. The septic tank is back over here, just off of where the bathroom is, and the drain field is beyond those logs in the woods. So I should actually be clearing out this timber just to get all those trees and roots from penetrating into the drain field. It was advised to me that I do that. But I think I'm going to put the building somewhere over here. Here's my new electric axis. It's a temporary power pole. So I'm going to start drawing a monthly bill from the power use there. I've drawn so little power recently that they probably haven't bothered billing me yet. But yeah, so there's a bill. The property taxes are going to be like $900 to $1,200. This structure here counts as like I guess they assessed that as a $27,000 building. You've seen it, right? It's not $27,000. But I've got some bills to pay, and I'm trying to explore options at additional sources of revenue. I've got all my machinery out at a job site right now where I'm milling timber and putting up a building. So there's another source of revenue. I have a part-time job. It's like 3 days a week or something. I got some revenue there. But yeah, I'm sitting out here in a nicely mowed lot. So it's a 5-acre lot, but certainly not 5 acres of mowing. But I'm guessing that cost me about $5 in diesel fuel. Just, you know, it's little things, and I can certainly pay for it. But it would be nice to, you know, kind of create another source of revenue that helps me, you know, chip away at those little bills. So I have a Patreon page. What's the Patreon page offering? It's offering a minimum of 3 updates a week, which are not so highly polished and refined as the standard video. The standard video, the footage I have is currently 7 months behind. So if you're like one of the super fans out there for this channel and you want some more, then, you know, that's a good option. $5 a month was going to get you the regular updates and kind of start a different community outside of outside of YouTube. But I would really appreciate that. And I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is post a sample of what you can expect as a Patreon subscriber right here after this video. So I guess let's just skip to that and show you that video, what you can expect as a Patreon subscriber. All right, spent a little time out here at the job site. I got the front board, like the overhead of the doors, all finished. It's just ready for the roof now. Got some really bad news on the roof. So it turns out JB ordered the roofing that we needed from a guy who is now in jail. And even though he had everything we ordered, they had to sell all of his inventory to whatever buyer came along. We weren't notified of this, so whatever we paid for is gone. The dude's in jail, so the roofing is lost. It's like $1,800 down the drain. So probably gonna have to eat that, and we'll see how the profits come out now. But it sucks. But right now I'm off to the winery to pick up my red tractor. I need to take it home to the rescue property and cut the grass. Need the tractor for that. All right, so the tractor is loaded and tied down. Brake is on. We're ready to head down the road and take it home. By the way, the JCB is running pretty good, so I got that fixed. So didn't cost me near as much as I was afraid it was, but still some major fixes that need to happen. But I think I'm just going to run it like it is. So there it is, here at the property, at the winery, next to my sawmill. So I had hoped to get out here and do some work on milling earlier, but I was just too tied up with finishing up the building at the other place. All right, so let's head home. It's not going anywhere. Oh, and by the way, I still haven't introduced the red tractor on my YouTube channel yet. It's coming. I think next video after this one that's ready to go, that I'm ready to upload tonight. But next video after that, I think, is when we're going to introduce the Massey Ferguson. All right, so I got the tractor back home, and yeah, here it is. Look at the orange lights on the trailer. All right, and I got lighting on the tractor shed right here. Pretty cool, right? And that's the yard light, the new yard light that got put up. And then yeah, look how tall this brush is getting out of hand. So all right, time to get this thing unloaded, get the trailer parked, and get home and chill out. All right, so I'm back here the next day. I figured I'd finish up the video with actually cutting the grass. I'm not going to show you me cutting all the grass, of course, but you know, I'll show you kind of the before, and then we'll get to the after. But first, I got to get the lawnmower put back on the back of the tractor. So I'm going to do that, and let's get this knocked down. It's actually, like I said, the next day. It's around 7:30 right now. I should have about an hour and a half of daylight left. Pretty sure I can get this all done, assuming this thing goes back on the tractor nice and smooth. So let's check that out real fast. This goes to that, this goes there, and these go here and here. So obviously I ran out of daylight when cutting the grass, so I'm back here the next day just to you know, kind of clean up and do some touch-ups. But I want to talk real quick about, well, why am I cutting all this as if, you know, it's a nice finished and lived in property. Well, the fact is, well, I got a couple reasons. So the fact is, one, I'm really proud of this property. You know, it's mine. Whether it's, you know, a beautiful estate or a useful enterprise or a junkyard, it's mine, and I'm proud of that. So I'm taking pride in it. And you know, it takes maintenance, and the more regular maintenance you do, the less work it is, I guess, or the more the value or the level of niceness gets built up. So for example, let's just take a look at this lot right here. This is next to my driveway, and it's on the approach to the old crack house. But you know, you got a big open field here. Looks great right now, but I'll tell you, if I'm not cutting it regularly, it grows these little bushes here. These are oak trees. Okay, just like that one. Those are pine. There's an oak tree right there. There's, I think, probably every third tree is an oak tree. I don't know, but if I leave those little oak trees have stems like this in a year, and then before you know it, you've got a tree just like this, and you got to go in there with a saw before it turns into a full tree just like that. So you see the woods there. If I'm not maintaining this over here, this is what that turns into. And from what I know of Virginia, it's incredibly fertile and gets lots of moisture. So it doesn't take very long to get a forest. So you gotta stay on top of that. Here's the after shot. Looks pretty good. I did most of this after dark, so under headlights, except over here where I've got the mobile home frame getting cut up. All that's still tall. I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and pull those out of the way and cut here tonight. It is about 6:30 right now in the evening, but going to move these out of the way, just throw a chain around them and drag them, and then cut up all this stuff around the old house. But I think for a little while that's going to be the general practice, you know, cut around it and then move it and then cut under it. I can probably take this piece over to the clearing next to where the sawmill shed is. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. All right, so there it is. I'm going to go ahead and knock out the rest of this and in the video here. Since you're a Patreon subscriber, thank you so much for being out here, being on this channel, on this service, and supporting me. It means a lot. So one of the expenses is all this tractor driving. Cost me about $5 in diesel. You know, not horrible, but $5 is $5, and your subscription paid for that. Thanks. So that was a video that is currently up on Patreon. Otherwise, if it wasn't shown here, it would be exclusive to Patreon subscribers, but that's just a sample. I've currently met my my goal of three uploads per week. It's a lot easier because I can edit it right on my phone and upload it from the phone. I don't have to be at my computer for 6 hours. I could do it right now. I could do it in this chair. So that's pretty cool, and I like that option. So it's definitely easier to feed that content. So if you want to become a Patreon subscriber, then definitely head over to the Patreon link that's in the description below and help contribute to this channel and to this project. I would be ever grateful. And I got to figure out a way to kind of recognize the Patreons that go ahead and do that. Usually it's with like a scroll at the end of all my videos with all the Patreon subscribers. So a lot of these channels I watch have like 20 or even 100 Patreons that they scroll through, and it goes by real fast. And so just imagine if 20 people were subscribed for $5 a month. You know, that's only $100. That typically isn't a significant earning, but it would cover all my fuel that I use out here. I think it would probably cover the electricity. Over a year, if I was managing to do 20 subscribers a month, that's $1,200. That would take care of the property tax. So I mean, that's not insignificant. You know, little bit, but a little contribution and a little bit of earning, but it would really add up over time. And I would be really grateful if you went over there and gave my little Patreon a shot. So thanks, and hope to see you there. Bye now.